Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. I am your hostess, Star Carter.
And I am your host, Michael Carter.
And we just come to tell you all that it is time to get the show started. What's up, guys? We are back from our little 3-episode break. So how are you doing today, Mr. Carter?
Oh, I'm doing great.
I feel like we're on a season premiere. You know, like all the new shows is fall now. Yeah. And you know, like Empire's come back, Star, and a whole bunch of other, shows that people like to watch in the fall time. And now we coming back after having us a little 3-episode break to think about where we want to go in these last 3 months with Lunch Talk with the Carter. We're in the last quarter of the 2018 year. Wow, where has 2018 gone?
I know, it just flew by, man. It seemed like yesterday we were just starting this, and now we're almost a year into it.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, it is.
Time,
it's flying.
What they say, time waits on no man.
Exactly, and that's the gospel truth.
Time does not wait. It does not wait. So, like we said, guys, we took a little intermission, little 3-episode break just to recalibrate what we want to do these last 3 months. Excuse me, guys, into the last of this year and what we want to do going forward to really drive home what we said about keeping our families first. But before we get to what we're going to talk about today, I just want to do a quick recap, if that's cool with you, babe.
Oh, yeah.
About what have we done so far with Lunch Talk. So in our first 3 months, first quarter of the year, we first came out with Lunch Talk. We were kind of raw and edgy.
Yeah, a little outspoken, so to speak.
Yeah, January, February, March. We were a little edgy, had some colorful language.
Oh, yeah.
Great topics.
Great topics, colorful language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, great topics.
Yeah.
Great topics. We didn't scratch our previous shows, but, some of them were little nail biters.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kind of, parental guidance, so to speak.
Yeah. We were really edgy there. We was really edgy. And then we talked about it. And so, we made the business decision that we wanted to be able to reach all audiences, not just a certain demographic of audience. It's okay to have colorful words, but when you want to reach all levels, even in people that are real celebrities that's in radio, they can't use certain languages even though they may like to, like your DL Hughley's that's on the radio and other people that you're known for their colorful words. Everybody has to tone it down if you want to be able to reach a big audience, because everybody doesn't appreciate that. So that's what we did. We toned it down. And then in April, we did the Reconnect series. So April, May, and June, we decided that was our main goal, is to keep our families first. And keeping our families first, that means being able to reach everybody that's in the family, not just the adults, but just the kids and everybody. Let everybody be a part of the Lunch Talk with the Carters experience. So how did you like the Reconnect series, babe? Did you think that was a great little turnaround from how we began the first 3 months?
No, it was a dramatic turnaround. I mean, it wasn't just a little turnaround. It was a dramatic turnaround.
Yeah.
But it's all a part of growth. So, in trying to, come off with a little, get somebody a little, I would say, value. Mm-hmm. Instead of just trying to get laughs or trying to be, straight to the point with a punch you in the face type thing, but, being a little more conservative and stuff like that with it, so trying to, reach reach a broader audience and, try to upgrade it a little bit, so it wasn't a bad thing. It's all a part of growth, but I thought it was a great way to come out afterwards, to let people know, where we're headed, what we really wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
So instead of just getting laughs and stuff, we wanted to take it to a serious aspect. And I think that was a good way to come out with it with the Reconnect series.
Yeah. So that was great. And then, so that was April, May, June. So then July, August, and up to the present, we did mindfulness. We talked about growth. We talked about what is your real definition of relationship? Talking about past relationships. We even touched on social media again, the one that we did about the girl blocking her mate on social media. So we really tackled some more great topics. closing that mental file cabinet, stop bringing up past mistakes. We really got into some of the really nuts and bolts when we did the mindfulness and being thoughtful about the things that you're doing that may be contributing to your relationship issues and your family issues. So we really, tackled those in, July, August, and September. Mm-hmm. So now we're going into October, November, and December. And so guys, we're going to, bring a little bit more of a twist to it because like I said, when we did our little, a little episode about a week or so ago, we said, just letting you know that Lunch Talk wasn't gone. We was just taking a little break and we were going to, rethink how we want to end this year because January 1 of 2019, and God blesses us, we will be on the air with Lunch Talk with the Carters podcast for a whole year. So we want to really end this first year for us with a great bang. And like we said, 2018, keeping our families first. That's been our theme since we did the Reconnect series in April. And we have been trying our best with God's direction to make that come true. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Carter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all right, guys. Really so going forward, we're going to just, talk a little bit more deeply about how things begun and how the enemy is attacking our relationships. And so, I don't know if you guys, I was telling my husband, he don't really get on social media like that. He's a scroller. He's not really a person that just stays on it like kind of like us females do. We kind of stay on a little bit more than the males do. And so I was asking him if he had seen this t-shirt that's going around that says, if you don't speak to me, don't speak to my husband. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen this t-shirt floating around on Facebook. It had went viral and it actually says, if you don't speak to me, don't speak to my husband. Sincerely, the Petty Wife Committee. That's what it said on it. And it has gone viral. And so, I actually had one of my single friends to tag me and some of her other married friends with showing me the shirt. Cause if she hadn't tagged me on, I probably wouldn't have seen it. Cause I really don't be on Facebook that much. So she tagged me on it and it was just kind of interesting just looking at the comments and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask Mike first before I actually give my 2 cents about this viral t-shirt that is going around. And I'll tell you ladies how I feel about it as a wife, but Mike, how do you feel? How does it make you feel when you see this shirt that says, if you don't speak to me, then don't speak to my husband? What does that resonate with you when you see that type of t-shirt? Or if you saw a woman with that t-shirt on, what would be the first thing that come to your mind?
The right name that they gave it. That's what comes to my mind. The Petty Wives Committee, whatever you just said.
Yeah, that's what
okay. I think, they got the proper name for it. It's the Petty Wives Committee because exactly what it says, that's petty. But unless you take a deeper look at it, it depends on a lot of situations. It depends on circumstance. Okay. If we just walk up like we out and about, we just walking around or whatever, and I see an old friend that don't know that this is my wife, that doesn't know that we're married, and she comes and speaks to me or give me a hug or whatever, and then I introduce her to my wife. And on that situation, I feel that no, that's one of those things that I would say it can happen and it is no foul. Okay, no foul on that because she didn't know. But if I'm having to get together or whatever, and you come to my home, regardless if this is my wife or not, this is the house lady, you're going to greet her as well as me, if you're a friend of mine or not, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So in that case, if you do that, I think that that's a form of disrespect, regardless if it's your wife or just the house lady, she lives there or whatever. But on that situation, I think that's not a petty thing. I think that's a disrespect thing. Okay. And she has a right to react in a adult way, but I think she has a right to react. But like I say, in the beginning, when you first hear that, you think it's petty. But if you take a deeper look at it and certain situations and certain things that come up, you can say that it's not so petty and,
scenarios.
Scenarios. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I thought of that too when, so that was so funny that you said that because I thought about that too. I'm like, how about if we are out and about somewhere and you hadn't seen this person in forever? you know, and she, like you said, just come up to you, hey, Moon, because that's what everybody called you. Hey, Moon, what's going on? I hadn't seen you in forever. And she may not be friends with you on Facebook. I mean, she may not know that you have married me or whatever, you know, especially if maybe she don't even live in the town anymore. So she may not even know nothing about Lunch Talk with the Carters. She may not have a clue of anything that's going on with Michael Carter, you know. And so, like you said, she come up to you and she hugs you. And regardless if we, you know, if you're out and about, sometimes it look like you with someone and sometimes it may not, because you may walk up, like if we're walking in the mall and I might step into a store and you may hang out, you know, outside of the store, somebody walk up to you. She doesn't know that you're with somebody unless we standing together holding hands or whatever, whatnot. So I can really understand that point of view. And that's a really good point that you made, that sometimes perception, it may not even look like y'all together. For her to acknowledge you as the wife, you know, it may not look that way, you know, at first glance, because everybody don't walk around holding hands. I mean, come on, let's be real. We don't, you know, you know, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, you know, but that's a great point that you made. But ladies, when I see this t-shirt, like you said about the Petty Wives Committee, it's just, to me, another attack on our relationships. And what I mean by that, I mean insecurity. To me, it screams insecurity. I would never wear this t-shirt. I would not buy it. I would not gift it, because to me, it's like another form of attack of our relationships. It really is. I mean, I asked God for one thing. I asked God for three things this year. I asked God to give me wisdom for the knowledge that I already know, to help me be able to incorporate that into my daily lives and let that be able to shine wherever I go. I asked him for knowledge for new things, for new ways of thinking. And I also asked him for understanding of ways that I don't, like a new perspective. And that's what God has given me. And I thank him for that. And every day I work hard on those three things, on wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And so when I look at things now, I look at things from more than just one angle. And when you look at things from more than one angle, just like my husband said, you get different perspective, you get different scenarios, and therefore you're not quick to react to things that may not always look favorable at first glance. You know, and that's kind of about like when we were talking about in our mindfulness series, when you first see this t-shirt that says, this, if you don't speak to me, don't speak to my husband. To me, that screams negativity. That screams insecurity in your mate. That if a person come up to your mate and hugs them or speak to them or whatever, that you don't trust in your husband that he would say, well, hey, Susie, it's been a long time since I seen you. I'd like to introduce you to my wife that she may not even know. You know, so it's like, don't make things more than what they really are in relationships now. You know, we're always somewhere trying to find a reason to start stuff. That's what I look at it as, you know, because that's, to me, that's just a way of starting something. Because if Susie did come up to my husband, and like I said, I could look at it in a negative way. And if she come up to him and hugs him, or, hey, Moon, I ain't seen you in a long time. And if I was one of those petty committee, if he don't speak to me, don't speak to my husband, that could get really ugly and real stupid quick. And she may not even know I was his wife. And that's how situations that didn't have to happen. You know, you start an argument, you go on a tangent and everything like that. And this person may have honestly not even known or may not even knew that y'all were together. So I just look at it like this. Don't feed into the negativity that can destroy your relationships. What do you think about that, babe?
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it is all about perspective and, you know, how you look at things and actually how you see things, because, you know, how you see it is reality to you. You know, no matter what the situation really is, whatever's in your mind, that's your reality, you know. So that's a good point. Just try not to make mountains out of a molehill, so to speak, because a situation could be so simple and it could be blown up and things could get really, really, really bad really fast.
Mm-hmm. You know, like I said, keeping our families first. And like I said, we want to end these last 3 months on the best note we can going into our new year. We just trying to point out all these things that's going around on social media and other things that we see on TV and that deals with relationships and stuff. And we're trying to break these things completely down. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Just like when I looked at divorce court and her blocking her mate and stuff. I mean, I'm noticing the things that are on the outside that are causing relationship breakdown in the inside, in your home, you know, that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. You, like you said, you're making, little molehills into big giant mountains because of how you see things. But like you said, the way you see it, that's your reality. But you got to ask God to give you understanding and wisdom and knowledge that you can look at things more objectively so that you can act in an appropriate way instead of always reacting with emotions, because that's what we good at. We quick to use our emotions first instead of thinking logically about how things can just happen. Some people don't think things can just happen. People don't think that there's such thing as coincidence anymore. Like if a girl come up to you, or you got to already been done talking to her and all that. I mean, people are just don't believe in coincidence anymore. It's like crazy to me.
Yeah, it's funny because of our situation in the beginning. That's crazy. But yeah, it happens. Trust us, it happened to us, so we know it happens. Yeah, coincidence does happen, guys. It really does. Things can just happen. So, and therefore it wasn't planned, or it hasn't been going on, or, you know, it may not just be that situation that you think it is, and what it appears to be. It could, you know, it appears to be that way. So you got to look at yourself and just question your judgment, because it's not saying that you're crazy, guys. I mean, it's good to question your judgment, because if you make a judgment and you finna get ready to fly off the handle, and it may cost you your relationship, or it may cost you to do some time in prison or whatever. Yeah. I mean, don't you think it's wise to question that judgment? Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's not thinking that you're crazy to question your judgment, because your judgment could be wrong. Mm-hmm. You know, so, you know, in other words, you know what they're saying when I say, judge your judgment, think twice. You know, that's basically what I'm saying. You know, when you judging your judgment, just think twice. Mm-hmm. Give it that first thought, then give it that second thought. That's basically what I'm saying. So before you make a situation bigger or worse than what it is, just give it a second thought. Give it a second thought.
And like I said, as a wife, you know, this t-shirt right here, like I said, it really gets on my nerves. This t-shirt, I tell you guys, it really gets on my nerves. I didn't even respond, you know, no diss to my friend that tagged me in this shirt, but you know, no disrespect or any diss to her, but I didn't even respond because I laughed at it. I just thought it was so stupid to me, because we are allowing these insecurities to just ruin things for us. You know, you don't trust your husband. Everything always goes back to trust. Almost everything we talked about goes back to trust. It really does. So what are you saying about your husband if a female can't speak to him? What does that say? You think every day that he walks around and he's not around you, that nobody talks to him? Nobody says, hey Mike, hey Moon. I don't think that Mike goes around all day and be like, oh, don't talk to me. My wife named Star. Don't speak to me. My wife named Star. She in Greenwood. You need to call her and speak to her first. I mean, really, come on. Be logical about these things. You have to trust your mate. You have to trust your mate, whether they are in front of you or whether they are not around you. It all goes back to trust. So this t-shirt to me, it just irks my nerves because it's not cute. Nothing's cute about it. It really not. It's nothing cute about it. And like I said, that's my own personal opinion. You may feel differently. And if you do, you can always email me at lunchtalkshow@gmail.com. I love to hear what your take is on it. Just say t-shirt, comment in the subject line. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear some of the other ladies, that listen to our show. Let me know what you think about this t-shirt. Maybe you've seen it on Facebook. And what was your first reaction when you saw the t-shirt? Because my first reaction was, this is stupid.
Yeah, I told you mine was, you know, it got the right name, the Petty Wives Club. I think it was very petty. Like I said, until, you know, like I always say, take that second thought. So if you look at it on a different level, it could have some bearing to it. You know, it could have some bearing to it. You know,
but, you know, think about it. I don't know why this little scenario from Friday pops up into my mind, but that girl with the loud mouth in the first Friday that, when Debbie from down the street was up there talking to Craig. Now he been knowing this girl forever. Have never had any dealings with her, nothing like that. And she comes jumping out the car and just starts screaming and yelling at him. Don't even know what's going on, but because she's the girlfriend, she feels she has the right to just go off.
And see, she was just crazy.
Yeah,
that was her thing. She was just crazy.
And you know, there's females that's really like that. That's how they able to use that as a scenario in the movie, even though they was making fun of it. But it's really women that's like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that insecurity shines and it is not pretty. It's not pretty. You know, God gives us confidence. He wants us to be confident in everything that we do, you know. And if you're not confident in your relationship, then that's a major problem. That's a major problem. Because this is the person, whether you're married or you're in a committed relationship, y'all been together for a while, y'all got kids or whatever the case may be. This is the person that you're supposed to have the utmost confidence in, that they're going to make the best decisions, whether you are present or you're not present, or if somebody come up to you, because the shoe could be on the other foot. My husband could get a t-shirt that says that same stupid thing. If you don't speak to me, then don't speak to my wife. That can happen too. Yeah. I mean, people have come up to me and said, hey, Star, whatever. He may not have known. I mean, it can happen. You know, it can happen. So just don't jump on the negativity train every time that you can when you see these things. You know, think about it. I mean, really.
Yeah, like Respucia says, what I told you about having friends.
No
friends. You can't have nobody.
Norbit, yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, you can't even have friends. But guys, it's really though. It's like she said, you know, it really happens. You know, things happen. You know, just like I say, think twice about your reactions. Just think twice.
All right, guys. So this was a very great topic. Again, I just want to talk about the t-shirt, but we're going to start another series. So make sure you stay tuned. Come Friday, we got some more great topics. We're not going to talk about what it is right now. We're going to let it be a surprise, but we got something in store for you guys for this month and some more great topics coming. So we're going to end 2018 with the bang from Lunch Talk with the Carters. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
All right, guys. So thank you, as always, for tuning in. Make sure that you are checking us out on the Radio Public app, because when you listen to us on the Radio Public app, you are supporting our show. You can listen to us on the iOS and also on Android devices with Radio Public. Radio Public is a free app. Also, you can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and let's see, we got so many. Just Google us up, Lunch Talk with the Carters. And you can also go on our Facebook page if you would like to shop our King and Queen collection, facebook.com/lunchtalkshow/shop. And that'll do it. We're glad to be back. We're glad to share some information with you guys. And also, if you did like this show, we would love to hear from you. Email us at lunchtalkshow@gmail.com. All right, guys?
All right.
Peace.